The Ferrari SF90 Stradale has always stood as a bold declaration of Ferrari's engineering ambitions, and now, in 2026, that ambition has evolved. The latest update to the SF90 pushes the boundaries of what's possible in a plug-in hybrid supercar. With its combination of advanced aerodynamics, cutting-edge hybrid powertrain technology, and unmistakably Ferrari design cues, the 2026 SF90 Stradale is not just a refresh. It's a reaffirmation of Ferrari's dominance in the supercar arena. Let's dive into what makes the 2026 update so significant, starting with what lies at the heart of any Ferrari, its engine. The SF90 retains its 4.0-litre twin-turbocharged V8 engine, but this year's model has seen several refinements to both performance and efficiency. Output has been subtly but effectively increased. The internal combustion engine alone now produces around 810 horsepower, a slight bump from the previous 780, thanks to optimized turbo geometry and revised intake flow. Coupled with 3 electric motors, 2 on the front axle and 1 integrated with the gearbox, the combined output now sits at a jaw-dropping 1050 horsepower. Ferrari engineers have worked on reducing internal friction, improving thermal management, and updating the software that controls power distribution. What that means in practice is sharper acceleration, more efficient regenerative braking, and a smoother transition between electric and hybrid drive modes. 0 to 60 miles per hour? It takes just 2.2 seconds. Top speed? Still hovering at a blistering 211 miles per hour. But perhaps even more impressive is how manageable this power feels. The 2026 SF90 is not just fast, it's intelligently fast. Of course, with all that performance comes the need for superior cooling. This is where some of the most visible changes appear. The front fascia now incorporates active aero elements that channel air more precisely. Enlarged side intakes and a redesigned rear diffuser work in tandem to keep the battery and powertrain temperatures under control even under track conditions. And it's not just about cooling, these features also improve downforce significantly. According to Ferrari, the 2026 SF90 generates 15% more downforce at speed than its predecessor, translating to better grip and confidence, especially in high-speed corners. Ferrari has also taken the opportunity to make aerodynamic improvements almost invisible to the casual observer. New underbody channels direct airflow more efficiently, reducing drag without compromising the car's aggressive stance. Small tweaks to the rear wing's angle and the integration of a more advanced active spoiler system ensure that stability is always optimized, whether you're accelerating hard on a straightaway or braking into a tight hairpin. Inside, the SF90's cabin is more refined, more digital, and more driver-centric than ever before. The cockpit remains unapologetically focused on the driver, but Ferrari has embraced a cleaner design language. The traditional cluster has been replaced with a fully customizable 16-inch curved display that adapts based on the selected driving mode. Whether you're cruising in F-only mode or launching in race mode, the information is always exactly where you need it. Ferrari's steering wheel, still a multifunctional control hub, gets haptic feedback for key controls, giving drivers tactile confirmation without needing to look down. Even the Manettino switch, which controls the driving mode, now incorporates subtle feedback as you switch between modes: eDrive, hybrid, performance, and qualify. eDrive remains a fully electric mode, good for around 20 miles of range, making the SF90 surprisingly practical for short urban commutes or entering low-emission zones. In hybrid mode, the car automatically manages power from the engine and motors for optimal efficiency. Performance mode keeps the engine running continuously for rapid response, while Qualify unlocks the full 1050 horsepower for maximum track domination. Passenger comfort hasn't been neglected either. The new SF90 introduces higher quality materials throughout, with options for Alcantara, carbon fiber, and even sustainable leather alternatives. The seats are thinner yet more supportive, made from a new lightweight carbon shell wrapped in breathable materials for better comfort during spirited driving. The infotainment system has also been upgraded. A new central touchscreen offers quicker response, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and over-the-air update capability, a first for a Ferrari of this class. Let's not forget the sound. For many, Ferrari's magic lies in the noise. And despite being a plug-in hybrid, the SF90 doesn't disappoint. The V8 has been retuned to offer a richer, more resonant exhaust note, even at lower RPMs. Ferrari uses resonance chambers and acoustic tuning to give the cabin a more immersive experience, particularly in sport and race modes. It's an exhaust note that crackles and roars, one that reminds you, at every moment, that this car carries Ferrari's DNA. Moving to the chassis, Ferrari's engineers have made subtle yet impactful improvements. The SF90 now rides on the latest iteration of the Multimatic adaptive suspension system. It uses real-time road sensing to adjust damping at each corner, improving both ride comfort and cornering precision. The car feels more planted yet less harsh over imperfect roads. Revised suspension geometry and lighter forged components reduce unsprung mass, improving handling and agility. The battery pack, still housed behind the seats, now benefits from new solid-state cells. While the capacity remains close to the previous 7.9 kWh, charging speed and thermal efficiency have improved. The SF90 can now recharge to 80% in just 30 minutes using a high-voltage fast charger, making electric-only driving more practical. The regenerative braking system, enhanced with more precise pedal modulation, feels more natural than before, a challenge many hybrid supercars still struggle with. And then there's the software. Ferrari's vehicle dynamics software, known as ESC 2.0, is smarter and faster. It integrates torque vectoring, traction control, stability control, and hybrid energy distribution into a single brain. The result? Whether you're driving on slick pavement, winding mountain roads, or an open track, the SF90 constantly analyzes grip levels and driving behavior to deliver the right amount of power to each wheel. It's like having an invisible race engineer fine-tuning your performance in real time. The SF90's brakes have also received an upgrade. Ferrari is now using carbon ceramic rotors with a revised pad compound, improving both stopping distance and heat resistance. The brake-by-wire system has been reprogrammed for better pedal feel, especially under aggressive deceleration. From 100 to 0 km/h, the stopping distance is just 28.6 meters, competitive with dedicated track machines. Let's talk about customization. In 2026, Ferrari's personalization program for the SF90 has reached a new level. Buyers can now choose from an expanded color palette, including several heritage-inspired shades and new carbon weave patterns. The Assetto 4.0 package returns, adding lightweight suspension components, titanium springs, and even more carbon fiber for those who want the ultimate track-ready experience. This package also includes bespoke Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2R tires developed specifically for this model, improving grip on high-speed circuits without compromising road usability. There are even rumors that Ferrari is preparing a limited-run SF90 20 version, a more hardcore, stripped-down variant meant to echo the success of their track-focused 20 program. While details remain speculative, insiders suggest that if it happens, it could push performance close to 1,100 horsepower, include a fixed rear wing, and use weight-saving materials borrowed from Ferrari's racing division. Of course, with all this performance and technology comes a hefty price tag. The base 2026 Ferrari SF90 Stradale starts around $550,000, with most buyers easily exceeding $600,000 after customization. But for many Ferrari enthusiasts, the value isn't just in the specs, it's in the experience. The sound, the feedback, the design, and the brand legacy are all part of what makes this car so desirable. The 2026 SF90 isn't just an update. It's a message. Ferrari is not resting on its laurels, even as the automotive world shifts toward electrification. They're embracing the change on their own terms, combining tradition with technology. And perhaps most importantly, they're still making cars that stir the soul. For those lucky enough to get behind the wheel, the SF90 offers something few cars can match: an unfiltered, electrified, adrenaline-filled connection between machine and driver. It's a future-forward Ferrari that still remembers its past, and that's what makes it so special. So, whether you're a collector, a performance enthusiast, or just someone who appreciates the bleeding edge of automotive innovation, the 2026 Ferrari SF90 Stradale deserves your attention. Because in a world increasingly ruled by algorithms and efficiency, Ferrari has managed to inject soul into circuitry, and that's no small feat.